All right, what is up, everyone? Hopefully, all this stuff is working. I'm actually recording, so we're not actually streaming. So this is perfect. I already pressed the wrong button, which means that we're not live. So we're gonna upload this video after this to YouTube, and then it'll just be non-live, but perfect recording. It works. Today, yeah, we're back. We're back for another round, another session, another couple years, hopefully. For the No Games podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, and joined today with Ehe. What's up, man?
First of all, congratulations to my GOAT, my king, LeBron James, winning his third Olympic gold medal. His third and final, probably, because he said he won. He cannot see himself playing in the 2028 Olympic. So yeah, congratulations to Team USA basketball.
That is
It
so
was
true,
pretty good.
dude.
It
That is
was
so
a
true.
amazing game at the end with France. I was watching with my friend Lair, and we just went crazy when Steph Curry do back-to-back threes, and yeah, it just blows my mind every time I think about it.
Oh man, well, shout outs. Yeah, shout outs to Lair as well. First of all, yeah, the Olympics. There's been a lot of things that have happened in
There's a lot
the
of things.
past 6 months where there have been no episodes. We've been on this, so I guess I should really explain that really quickly, starting off. So I took a hiatus. I was working on a project. I was working on a manga for an event, and was just doing a lot of
I
that.
didn't know that.
I stopped streaming. I didn't stream as much at all. I also went back home to the U.S. during that time. So yeah, for the past 6 months, it's been a pretty busy cycle of things not related to the podcast. And yeah, I mean, I was also feeling a little bit burnt out. We've done this show, myself and my co-host Alex, who's not here right now. Don't worry, Alex is still here. He's just back home in Canada.
Period.
Yeah, doing his thing. Maybe when he comes back, he'll be able to shed some more light on that. But for the most part, I mean, we did this show for 2.5 years, 3 years, I forgot, without any breaks. We took probably less than 15 shows off during the 191 episodes that we did.
Yeah, I thought you started from like 2020.
Okay, well then even more, more years.
It'd be like 4 years.
It's like 4 years. Jeez. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit fatigued on that, and also streaming, and then taking that break just allowed me to come back, and I feel much better. I'm having a lot more fun on stream as well, and it's just a nice break. So it's good to be back, and hopefully we'll be cranking out a little bit more content. I don't think this show is going to change too much at all. I am working on another show with another friend who, Yahya, who's been on the show a couple of times, who's a game dev. We're thinking about doing something on Saturdays in the earliest of mornings, in the early morning.
Nice.
That'll be another show for bi-weekly, but hopefully something that you all can look forward to. That'll be a little bit different from this one. So, but yeah, what have you been up to in the past 6 months?
I don't know, like these past few, I don't know, months, weeks, I've been watching the Olympic nonstop. Every time I woke up at 10 p.m. or like 2 a.m. to watch the USA men basketball team play.
I mean, but the thing about the Olympics is, so I was typically I'm always for the Olympics. So I watched the last couple like Olympics, and I will. It's always a lot of fun. And ironically, because I'm in Japan, I don't actually see a lot of the U.S. side matches anymore. It's like every country puts the focus on their home country. But I want to say, like, during COVID, though, it was just this weird thing where I stopped watching TV and sports as much. I did watch the Japanese Olympics, but I feel like, and I don't know if you agree with this, the Olympics are like the one last thing the world has together kind of thing. Like, it's this, I love it because in the opening ceremony, when everyone's marching out and everyone's cheering for their country, but at the same time,
You
it's
see,
this it's this
you see
competition.
the picture of LeBron James holding the
Yeah,
United States flag on the
yeah.
boat. What a beautiful image. That is that is a real American right there.
It was a real.
That
Uh,
is a true red. Oh, I forgot. Red, white, and blue blooded American.
he's like the truth. And while we're not in a Olympics based podcast or anything, I mean to bring it into games though, so next Olympics esports, we
Yeah,
got esports,
esports. Yeah, and
yeah,
it's gonna be in the LA too, so it makes
LA,
sense.
yeah.
I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm so curious if this is going to be one of those things where, so first of all, they've been trying to do this for a while, and now we've got esports. We don't know what the game is going to be. I can't imagine it's going to be
If I could predict, it's probably like Counter Strike and
do you
Valorant. That's like the
do you
two
think
biggest
it'll
thing,
be
and Dota. It's like
do
either Counter Strike, Valorant, Dota, League of Legends,
but do you
and
think it'll
probably
be
like one massive like fighting game. I don't know what is it, either like Street Fighter or Tekken, but
do
I
you
don't
think
know.
it'll be multiple games or just one
It
game?
will
And
be multiple game because like they are announcing it like it's a big thing, so I don't think it's gonna be like one game and then
I
like
think we also might have what I'm curious about is if they will allow if they will do something like a first person shooter just because of how violent it quote quote is. I don't know like
yeah.
if that's the optics they want or
Yeah, you're right, but
I'm
I don't know.
curious, bro. Valorant's
I feel
better
like
for that, right?
yeah.
Can you
I don't know.
imagine?
I feel like it's gonna be like Valorant is like an obvious choice. Valorant and CS:GO is like an obvious choice for me.
I don't know, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And not to get into politics here, but yo, Russia, let's go up and get into this these
You're
military.
right.
Oh my gosh, yo, like what? And I'm also curious about in terms of the companies that they're gonna. So if they do like let's say they do Street Fighter for a fighting game, right? They're paying Capcom for the license for people to play that game, and the cool thing about sports and the cool thing about the Olympics is that in general everyone has access to what it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everyone has a soccer ball for the most part, or you
Mhm.
can get a ball and kick it. So I'm kind of curious if it's going to be one of those things where we end up getting like, oh, we actually decided to make our own game similar to Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, where everyone plays like this
Nah, I feel like it's gonna
contracted
be
game.
it's not gonna be like a good thing if they did that because like it's not recognizable. They
I know,
definitely
right?
gonna have like a recognizable game and like a game that most people play.
I
So we'll
hope that's
see.
the case. I hope they don't go
Mm.
out of their way to be like, we actually made, asked the studio to make our
Like a
own
knockoff game?
MOBA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like a
don't think so.
knockoff.
I don't
Yeah.
think they can even do that.
Um, let's hope that won't be the case. But it'll be
Especially like
interesting.
in a 4 years like time span. That will be insane.
That would be insane. And obviously this year we had breakdancing, which will not be in the next Olympics in LA. Apparently
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where they add it. The host country decides that they can add like one event or something like that, and that was
Yeah.
break. I don't know. Did you
Uh
watch the breakdancing?
I saw like the dude from Japan. What that was really impressive, but he got eliminated, and then the crowd boos the decision. But they give him like a huge applause, like a standing ovation. It was really cool. And there's this like one like girl from
The
Australia.
Australia,
She
the
was
the the Ray Gun,
I,
Ray
I
Gun,
don't I don't
Ray
understand
Gun,
what I was doing there.
Ray
But
Gun.
props to her because she managed to convince Australia to fly her out to the Olympic to
Because
do that.
somebody said she was qualified. That's
Yeah,
because it sure as heck was
that is
not.
amazing for her to do that.
It was I caught the girls. I didn't catch the guys, and I heard the guys
Yeah.
was really cool. But it
Mm.
was so strange seeing this like b boy, b girl, this hip hop stuff, this breakdancing in the arena that they had it in. Like it just didn't feel like the environment that you usually see. Like the Red Bull competitions or just underground kind of that kind of rap battle or that kind of
I feel
scenery,
like
right? It
that
was like
competition should be a mainstay. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like very refreshing for like the other Olympics
yeah. I
stuff.
mean, it'd be nice if they gave it some time to grow, right? One
Mm.
year or one time, I think, isn't enough to really see. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe LA can be like, hey, we'd like to adopt this because I mean, there's crews from all over the world. There's dancers, and dude, I love how dance is just. I love to watch dance stuff, so I'd
Yeah,
love to see it
I
again.
agree.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's the Olympics. It's happened. It's over now. At least by the time you listen to this podcast, anyone, it
It
will
is
be.
already over.
Yeah, it'll be done. King James will be back at his home doing whatever he needs to do for.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much what we've been up to, and we've got a good show hopefully planned for you today. We're going to be talking about some Mecha Break, which has both Eha and I have been playing or have played the limited closed beta for the game, and it's been. I gotta say, this game, I didn't. Okay, so we saw this game at Summer Games Fest and some other festivals, right? Or
Like last year, I
yeah,
think.
last year. And this game doesn't come out until 2025 sometime still.
Mhm.
But the limited beta test they've offered right now runs really smooth on PC. And first of all, it's a mech game that plays more akin to a Armored Core 6
Yeah,
Gundam.
it feels like Armored Core.
It feels like good Armored Core 6. Like it's
Even
fast
like the
paced.
boost stuff. The
Yeah,
boost
yeah,
stuff.
the quick boost.
The quick boost, yeah. And
Yeah.
then you can hold it so like the long boost and
Yeah,
get to your enemy. It
and
feels like
if you've played AC6, the even like the way the UI, the targeting reticle or whatever, or how it shows like your energy and your boost and all that information, everything's in the center of the screen. But the mechs, they are, I mean, they got some great mech designs from people who've done mech work for Gundam, and I don't know if an Evangelion mech might have been in there. Like I don't know, but they got some great designers because all the mech designs look
yeah,
great.
and you can customize it. You can like color it yourself. You can make your mech a Gundam colored mech like the RX something. I forget the name. RX
The RX
seven. Yeah.
76, 78.
So
I
yeah, yeah,
forgot
yeah,
which
yeah.
one. Um, but for a long story short, it is a 5v5, or I think it's 5v5, right? 5v5 hero.
Basically like a hero
It's a hero
shooter for
shooter,
like
yeah.
mech. Yeah.
And it's got a couple of objective gameplay things in there, mainly like a capture the flag, escort the or capture zones and escort payload kind of thing that's happening. And I enjoyed it. I thought it so far when I've been playing it, the rounds are pretty quick. They even have like a team based mode where once you die you can't respawn. I thought that was the best mode.
Oh, which one is that? I haven't even got that one yet because like you gonna choose the game what you want to play for now. I think, but yeah, I haven't got that one yet.
Yeah, that mode. What is that mode called? Um, I think it might be the.
I keep getting extraction, not extraction, the one where you evacuate the payload, the two payload.
Oh,
I keep
that one's
getting that
so
one.
confusing. I will say, I don't know if
Yeah,
you
it was
felt like
confusing.
some of the objectives, and I wrote this on the feedback for them is to just try to make the objectives a little bit more clear on what to do. So for that one, you have zones that you essentially like capture the flag. You go to those zones, but you also
It's
have
like
a
a bonus
payload.
thing, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
the zone are like bonus thing, and then but the main objective is the payload.
yeah, and if you capture the zone, it'll allow the payload to go through faster. Like it'll speed it up, kind of
We
thing.
didn't mention it. There's two payload. There's one for your team and one for your enemy team.
And if you get on the
And
other
you
one,
want, and then if you get to the enemy team, it will go backward.
it'll go backwards.
So you
It is
basically want to go first. It's like a race basically.
It's a race, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
race, and I had a great fight with somebody who was using there's it's fun seeing some of the strategies that some people are using with their mechs. There's one that has the the giant axe or whatever,
Oh,
and
Welkin,
yeah,
the box guy.
the fudge.
That dude keep trapping me in a box when I'm the flying type,
he
and it's the
was
scariest stuff I ever felt in the game
he
because
put
I cannot escape. When you're the flying type, you're really weak. You're weak as hell,
you
and
are
then you get trapped in a box. You basically died
you,
instantly after that.
this dude.
You
So
cannot do anything.
what he was doing to me, man, is he was on the payload. He was on our payload, and he put the box on the payload so you couldn't get in. But if you got in, he would put you in the box. But more
Yeah.
importantly, he just kept spinning, bro. He
And
was
then
spinning your
the
payload.
Zaku melee spin from Gundam Evolution.
I mean, it was frustrating, but we figured out how to deal with him, and then we realized, oh, let's get on because we were getting close to losing. So we got on their payload, pushed it back, and left someone on our payload and pushed it forward, and we like inched forward and won. But I think it's got some good moments in it, and I can kind of see this game becoming something that could be more of an esports competitive scene,
Yeah.
depending on. And I know you
I
brought
do
this up.
like the highlight system is way
Mm-hmm.
better than Overwatch because it's multiple moment in your gameplay. It's not just one big gameplay, just like multiple gameplay that you
Yeah,
did in that match.
yeah,
It's really good.
they give you and they give you the way to just export it too. If you're playing on PC, you can just there's a
And
button
it's
that just
exactly like
export.
Overwatch because Overwatch also have that too.
Really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know they had the export feature to it as well. It's
Yeah, it's
nice.
on PC. I don't know if it's on console though,
Um,
but on PC, Overwatch have that. But
nice.
the Mecha Break one is way better because it's multiple one. Like I said, multiple gameplay.
Yeah, and I would say like I did kind of enjoy that there is a what do you call that, the death cam, like once you die you can see like from the other person who killed you, like
Yeah.
they'll show you how you died or whatever. I mean, you can skip it, you don't have to, but I mean you might as well just let it rock because you got like a 10-second death
Yeah.
a respawn thing,
And
which
then
I'm like,
you see like your pilot extracting from the mech, like the emergency evacuation, and
yeah.
that's really cool.
I think I mean, I feel like they did a good job with, like I said, the designs are really good. They have a good diversity in mechs. I will say there's one healing mech that plays like garbage. Uh, but in terms of the mechs, the diversity with the heavy brawlers, the light
Yeah, like
supports,
flyer type. You never see that in even like Armored Core 6. There's no like fly like actually flying type.
there's
This game
none.
of like a transforming flying type. You can just fly around and then like do dog fighting and dropping
It's
bombs. It's really cool.
yeah, it's basically like Starscream. So if
Yeah.
anyone's seen a Transformer, it's you basically do the Transformer thing, and I for me I tried those out and I was like, okay, I'm not feeling these because they are like really fragile and frail. But the snipers, I was like, how are you gonna do a sniper in a game like this? And I think that they at least give the snipers resources, the light one and then the heavy sniper, they actually kind of give them resources and they make it to where you can, if you want to do like you can turn the auto lock off, but I don't think targeting a specific part does more damage or not. It's just about just getting the hits
Yeah.
in.
I
um
I don't think there's any like because like most of the gun do like auto target.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was I thought that was really solid considering the game's coming out sometime next year. The game is free to play as far as we
Yeah,
know.
it's really polished right now.
And
So
yeah,
hopefully they don't break anything and have a mess in the on release. But uh, I've been enjoying Panther, the melee brawler, the medium melee brawler. You just go in with a spear and then just kill everybody with a sword. It's really cool.
I feel like his is actually pretty cool too. It's just one of those things where I gotta say, we were talking about, we had played Gundam Evolution and hopefully wished it was something that would have done better, right? There were some
Yeah,
things with the maps and then there were the objectives, and it felt too much like an Overwatch clone but didn't really get the things that Overwatch does
yeah.
right. But people were having fun
Gundam
with it.
Evolution, Gundam Evolution doesn't have the map design. This game, I would say like for now, it have like a few map that stand out, but like it's not that impressive, but still really good.
I think what it also lends to it is that it's not meant to be a corridor hero shooter. It's all
Hmm.
open space for the
It's all
most
open
part.
space, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple buildings that you go in where the payload or something will kind of, there's a choke point, but for the most part, they keep you out in the open. And you really, I was watching one streamer and he's like, if you ever had that dream about being an anime mech pilot and so like your Panther mech that you said that just has that drill and you just shove it straight
Yeah,
into the other mech, it just
it's
seems like one
basically
of those
that.
those anime like a scene from
Anime
anime, like,
protagonist,
yeah,
anime
you take
protagonist
this
make.
with everything, for my friends or something.
My drill is the drill that will drill through the heaven or something.
Exactly. So
I
I
do.
ended
It's
up,
like
yeah.
that's like one map that I wish they do like a space battle thing, because they do
Yes.
like kind of tease it in the beginning, where in the beginning you in the tutorial you basically still in space and then you drop down into the earth. I feel like there's need to be like a space map at some
There
point in this game
That would be a great thing.
lifetime. Yeah.
Honestly, I get, because that's the whole thing. Like I said, I love this about Gundam, the fact that space and Earth are two different ways of fighting, and it always
Mm.
trips the pilot up. They're like, "Wait, I can do this here? Oh yeah, you can totally do this here. Oh, I can't do this here, right?" So that would be a great way to add a little bit of diversity, especially like if you're fighting outside in space and then the fight moves inside, so then gravity is turned on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So I think you brought this up to me when we were just talking off stream. You were concerned about the kind of pay model that this is. It's free to
The
play, but
monetization, yeah,
yeah,
because like you can already see how like some of the mech are more expensive than the others, so I'm afraid it's gonna be like a pay to win situation, or like
mm,
at least don't make the grind for the other mechs as tedious as like other game, because like if this game is going through that decision,
hmm
I don't think it will last very long, because like people want to play as whatever make they want. So don't lock it in like a paywall or
yeah,
like a grind wall. So
exactly.
hopefully it's not that bad in on release, because you can see like Panther is like 3800,000, I think. I forgot. And
Dude is
they do give you a lot of credit in the playtest, but I'm afraid that on release it won't be the same, you know.
That's what, yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that because, well, the battle pass itself that they have in there, the mock battle pass, the main thing that you're getting are colors and like extra colors for your mech to skin
And
it.
mod, oh, you know what, remove the mod too. Those
Yeah,
things
remove them.
are useless. I don't want to think about that. I just want to play.
I think that's a great decision just because,
Yeah,
so
just remove it
there was a
completely.
one confusing thing that I thought about before I played the game and when I got into the game, when I see the weapon and I'm like, oh, can I cuss? Because I thought this was going to be closer to Armored Core or something where I can switch weapons, I can switch my parts, and
I
I'm
think
kind of,
you can switch around your weapon, like your main hand weapon. You can
yeah.
switch it around to your like left hand weapon. But I still don't know how to do that though. I wanna switch my panther from the spear to my sword on my second hand.
Oh, okay.
So the sword gonna be on my main hand, and then the spear on my second hand. So it
I'm
will
kind
be
of hoping they
easier.
come out with a few different weapons for each mech, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so you can kind of change the playstyle a little bit. Maybe if the sniper
yeah.
has like two types of snipers or three that you can choose from and kind of
I
alter your
feel like they
style,
will have multiple weapon, but it's just gonna be a stat thing. It's not gonna be like a different playstyle.
like
It's
a
gonna be
different
just a
playstyle.
stat. Yeah. No, it's not gonna be a different playstyle. It's gonna be like raise your stats basically.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think that's what we're kind of figuring or questioning, or I'm kind of
And
still
then
questioning.
you can like get a pilot too. So I don't understand about that. You can get
The
pilots and
pilot,
then kill
I,
or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Like it was like, so I got the pilot bundle, and it was just like you got this nice looking pilot or whatever
Yeah.
that, and then it
It's
also
so
colored your
confusing
mech the
because you
same.
create your own creator character too. Like,
And you had,
why
yeah,
would you want to be like other character
uh,
at that point?
I don't know. It was, yeah, it was it. There's a little strange things, just like the mods you were saying. The mods are supposed to be the, like I was saying about wanting more customization with the mechs. The mods are supposed to be that, but they
Yeah.
don't do a good job at. They don't explain them at all. Honestly, you're just looking at, hey, I have a stat that goes up and a stat that goes down when I equip this,
Mm.
and they don't explain the terminology. They give you an overlay of like what, like the numbers, but you don't see, like in the AC6 garage, when you put something on or take something off, the numbers go up and down. You're either in the red or you're in the blue now. Like you can understand that this is a good thing for me or a bad thing. They don't have anything like that. So I agree with you. I think that stuff should go. It's confusing. It doesn't seem like it's really worth it. And that there's a fusion system in there too.
A what?
There's a fusion system when you
Oh yeah,
for
I
the
don't know
mods. Yeah,
about that.
you can upgrade the mods to a higher tier. And so that's where I'm like, please don't. Let's just take that out. Let's just take that
Yeah.
out. I would pay for this
Also,
game. Honestly, I'd pay for it.
yeah, I will too. If it's have a story, I will pay for it.
Yeah, I think. Did you say
If we
it
can
has it?
remove like all those like paywall system, I will buy this game.
I would buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly.
There is definitely gonna be a story because the tutorial you get to play, you fought a boss and like
And there.
I cannot see they keep that boss on a tutorial.
Hmm.
That's definitely gonna be like a story mode on release.
Yeah, even
It's
something
gonna be
that
like
simple.
other gacha game like Genshin or something. I
I
can see that type of mission.
I will say that that has a good possibility of happening just because Overwatch 2 completely messed up everything that came to story. And I think everyone kind of
Yeah.
realizes that people want a little bit more with their multiplayer games, even if it's just a little bit of a single player story or something like that. So, uh, yeah,
Oh,
that was,
also
yeah.
a massive criticism. You cannot transfer your account. Like if you made an account in Asia,
Really.
you cannot play in on American server. You need to make a new
Make
character.
an, oh,
Yeah,
so, because I was,
it's so dumb. I tried to
okay,
play with my
what?
American friend, and I tried to join in on the
Hmm.
American server, and it led me to like the character creator again. Doesn't let me to play with my account in Asia. It's so dumb. That
Huh.
might be the dumbest thing for that game, but otherwise great. So if you wanna play with your friend, make
Hmm.
a multiple account.
Make multiple accounts. That is annoying. I mean, I was recently playing 2x scale with a friend in America, and
Mm.
I don't think that game. I had to make a US. I had to use my US PSN account because it uses Riot stuff. So technically, you're supposed to not play cross region, if I remember correctly. It's supposed to be just if you're in the US, you play US. You're in Japan, you play
Yeah,
Asia.
yeah.
So I was playing, with him in the US, and that was fun. But that's one of the reasons that we don't play League or something like that because it doesn't allow us. So hopefully they get some feedback on that. And if you had played the beta, hopefully you left some feedback for them. I think they did a good job on their survey. But that's Mecha Break. There's no release date for it yet, but hopefully they end up with a release date sometime early next year. I hope. I can see myself
Yeah.
zoning out and playing this one, honestly. Another game that has been having some great releases in terms of their trailers has been the one and only Monster Hunter Wilds. They're getting ready for Gamescom, which they said at Summer Games Fest that they want to have a demo playable to the
The
public.
first playable demo, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're on. I think they basically have it. There was a demo at not TGS but Gamescom for that, anyways. But I think they're on track for it. But they've been releasing weapons throughout, and
Yeah.
they look
All the
good.
weapon have a new mode called focus mode.
Yep.
I haven't paid attention to it yet because but there's some like I pay attention like the hunting horn.
Hmm.
You basically have like I don't know like a beat system I think. Oh no, the monster stand on your beat or something. I don't know. I don't understand. I need to watch it back honestly. But yeah, the focus mode stuff.
Yeah. I mean, so a lot of the weapons honestly play. I mean, there's two things. First of all, this is the first time we're really getting to see the a more polished look at the game, and it's looks. I love how like when you're fighting the monsters, the background is kind of like a little bit out of focus, but the foreground, everything you're fighting is in focus, and it looks so cool. The like you were saying though, a lot of the weapons they all have that focus mode, and what that's adding is like a precision attack to attack the monster's weakness. So previously in Monster Hunter, when you would fight a monster, you would wear them down and you would see parts of their body kind of look worn, right? Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
let's aim there a little bit more and we can break off this part, break off the horn or break off the tail or whatever. This seems like it's going to be something similar, but instead you'll see a red area, like the monster has sores on it.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh.
then, yeah, if you go into precision mode, you can deal some
Focus
massive
mode.
damage, or focus mode. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, but in terms of how the weapons play, they look like they play exactly like World. I
Yeah,
don't think anything's
it's
carrying
definitely
over
not
from.
Rise because like Rise is just a completely different game at this point.
um, But yeah, I mean, I'm that's what's I'm curious. So Rise, man, the sword and shield. I know you talked about this too. Like without that short, it felt so
Yeah.
good. There was so much good with that sword
I
and
don't know if
shield.
I can go back with the story you can. It's so good.
It was so like that parry.
I
Ooh,
do have they somehow like try to get the story you can again.
I hope so. They
They're
haven't
not
shown
like
it
nah.
yet. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
Yeah, they
because
haven't shown it yet.
I never actually played sword and shield. I played bow, then I would play longsword and charge axe or switch axe. Sorry, switch axe. And so for me, it's just like, okay, these they've put out the trailers for almost all of them except for the switch axe and like I said, sword and shield and bow. Light bow gun went up today, so they should have everything by the time anyone's listening to this podcast.
Insect glaive is really cool because you can pole dance on the monster. That's
You can
so
pole dance
it's
on the
so dumb. Yeah,
monster.
it's so dumb. But I kind of want to play insect glaive now because of
I
that alone.
I tried doing that in not world, but when it first came out, and was it 4 or whichever that was,
I
and
forget.
I could
Is it?
not do it. It looks
Yeah.
so cool, but it's and the whole thing about the insect glaive is you're getting buffs for you release
From
the
the
insect,
insect, yeah.
yeah, that gives a
On monster body type, on different body type. So
exactly.
like, yeah, the head give you like attack or something. So basically that. The usual great sword, of course, is just still the same. It's
It
still the
looked the same.
same great
Some
sword.
of them just look so much the same that I was like, okay, it's the same.
I think like the biggest difference for now is the hunting horn. Like I said, the hunting horn looks. I feel like hunting horn just different in every game because they change it in Monster Hunter World
They
and
do.
they change it again in Rise and then change it again in this game. So that is consistently getting changed, which is exciting. I think.
Man, it looks so good. I mean, I think the whole thing of this game also being what they're promising or hopefully promising that they've said, being cross play, cross platform. I think the
Yeah.
cross platform was in there when they said it.
I think like Rise is already a cross platform, right? Cross play. I mean,
I don't know if it's cross
I don't know. I
platform
forgot.
like PC and Switch. I don't know if there's
Yeah, PC
like
Switch and PS4. I think.
if it does all three, like you can play with everyone on each of the systems together. I don't know, but it might.
I do like kind of wonder how like the questing system work in this game because like they said it's gonna be like open area game.
Yeah.
So do you still have village or what? Something or
So
not?
I can't
Or
remember. I
you just
remember
like
some.
run around and fight monsters and kill them? So
I
I just need to find that out.
So what I remember from when they first showed the demo, well, the streamers and people who were able to see it, what they news sites and stuff, is that yeah, there still is like, of course, you still have your main village and everything, right? But what you'll be doing is setting up camps. You have your main camp. You have like a temporary camp that you can kind of move for temporary, set it up in certain places. But for
Mm.
the most part, yeah, your questing board, it's going to be accessible if I remember correctly from like
Oh, so you can
anywhere.
like
Yeah,
continuously keep
so you can
questing
keep.
until you want to go home or something.
Yeah, once
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
finish the quest, you don't go back to base
Yeah,
unless you just want to.
that that
But
is
for the
really
most
cool.
part, you
Yeah.
keep going because they said that they're going to have different things happening during day and night, different monsters coming out, different things happening. So maybe you fought a lot in the day and it's turning evening to night, so you just want to stay out and try to get what you need to get in the nighttime. So
Yeah.
I mean, man, there's another 203 hours. 300,
Yeah.
200, 300
Uh,
hours.
how many time do I have in Rise? Let me see. I'm surprised if it's like only 100.
Hey, it's got to be more than that.
I have 300 hours on Rise.
I
Yeah.
mean, but you know what? I feel like that's honestly, I tell anyone who's going to play Monster Hunter like that junk is normal.
That is like normal. That's
If
like
you just have
rookie numbers to
100,
300
that's
hours.
nothing. Yeah,
300 hours is nothing. I know
300
people who
hours
like
is
15,000 hours probably.
when yeah, because once you get into like once, and I'm curious how they're gonna do like the end game grind,
Mm.
like how the content's gonna stream out because we know how they do. It's essentially they'll have all of this huge thing right here, and once you're done with it, they usually don't have much after that until they had add a couple more monsters. They'll be like the free and you got for what you have to say. Monster Hunter has always done free DLC.
Yeah,
Every
they
monster,
always.
everything up until you have to pay for a big expansion, which they make it worth your time, they make it worth your money. Everything is
Yeah,
free and
ice
fun.
break, sunbreak,
Yeah.
iceborne, sunbreak. I wonder what's gonna be in this game. I do have,
Uh,
I do want them to have a good collab again next year because on Rise they have really good collab with Sonic, Street
Sonic,
Fighter,
yep. Yep.
You get Akuma,
Dude,
and then some other
I,
stuff. Mega Man
I
too.
feel like they did say that they want Mega Man to hopefully come back in some way, some form
Yeah.
at their investors meeting. But I mean, like, yeah, since this is now in the same, all this is all in the same engine. I mean, yeah, just someone's gonna be like, "Can we get that Jury Foot in here?" Some
Yeah,
people like
with
that
the
Jury Foot.
RE engine, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I think
dude,
like the
Chris,
craziest one so far they have is the one on World with Final Fantasy. That one was insane to me.
that
They just have
was
like a whole new monster for like another series to be in the game.
it.
That is just completely overwhelming. Oh, and
I,
like Geralt too from Witcher 3.
that's true.
You
Well,
play
that
as him. Like,
wait,
what?
wait, wasn't that when Geralt was making his trips around the realms to Soul Calibur and
Ah,
and
yeah,
Monster
yeah,
Hunter?
yeah. I think so.
He was everywhere. Where's Geralt today? He, oh, man, he's
He
here
he
now.
got transported there because like there's a Witcher monster going inside there, and nobody can hunt him
Was
except for
he
him.
was
Apparently,
he in Assassin's Creed at one point too?
no, I'm not sure.
I can't
Final
remember. I don't know
Fantasy was
why I
in
feel like it.
Assassin's Creed though. Final Fantasy 15 was in Assassin's Creed, and Assassin's Creed is on Final Fantasy 15. They just like
Some
they
of
just
it's
collab with everybody at this point.
that hey, they gotta sell. They're in. I
Yeah,
think there's so much stuff in between the 6 months that we haven't talked about. There was a whole thing with Square saying their new direction that they're going in for the company, which is basically more along the lines of Capcom making stuff that they know people want and
mm,
keeping a little bit of the smaller games in there, but not really going and releasing 20 games in a year. We made fun of them for that on the podcast.
yeah.
We're like, these fools
Still,
crazy.
somehow still no Dragon Quest 12 news. Like,
Still, right?
I'm giving up at this point.
We
Like,
got the
whatever.
we got the 1-2-3 remake, or sorry, three
Yeah,
two one coming out,
3 2 1 remake.
or
Yeah,
3-1-2. There we go. But yeah, dude, and I think they didn't really give us an update other than like, well, it's in development hell. We don't really know what they
yeah.
want to do with the game, but
Mm.
another thing that's been in somewhat form of hell. I don't know. Is the Borderlands movie out in your country? I don't think it's out in Japan.
I think it's out, but I don't have any like. Um, I don't want to see it.
I
I don't
heard
want to see
nothing.
it.
I heard
I don't want to see it.
nothing good about this
The
movie.
the thing is
Nothing.
like people play Borderlands game because it's fun. It's a looter shooter. People want to grind. People want loot. Like you remove the gameplay from Borderlands. Who want that? Who wants that? Nobody wants that.
I mean, so first of all, want to say thanks to Video Game Chronicles for the news. This is where I'm getting it from right now. But yeah, the game, or sorry, the movie only made around 8.8 million domestically, and then adding to it another, what is it, 7.7 million for like 16. All in all, it made around 16.5 million dollars opening weekend, and the
Yeah.
budget was around 115 $1 million
So
with like
just
30 million in
impossible
marketing.
to
So
impossible to recover it.
I,
Amazing.
people, look, if you haven't seen Wolverine and Deadpool, it's out
Yeah.
there. Go ahead and watch that. You got Twisters. I watched Twisters in 4DX, bro. Bro, I got whiplash at the end of that movie. It was great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We've got Jamie
The
Lee
thing is,
Curtis.
like, confusingly, they have that movie as PG-13, and then Deadpool and Wolverine is R-rated, and it's way more successful. So
Why didn't they
I
just
don't
go
know.
ahead and go
Yeah,
R
just
rated?
R-rated. Yeah.
I mean, we've got Tiny Tina in there. We've got Lilith. We've got. I don't know why Roland is being played by Kevin Hart, but
Kevin Hart. Yeah.
hey,
And Jack Black as
which I think
Claptrap, I
is good.
think.
You know, I
Uh,
honestly, I've heard people say that that's the best part of the movie is Jack Black, and I would, hey, I would agree with them probably. It should
yeah,
be.
but I will know.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to. I will say I think we have a somewhat of a horrible thing in internet culture now where it's just like everyone wants to poo poo on everything, And
Yeah.
I've heard that Rotten Tomatoes it's got really bad ratings, but we've had Uncharted, we've had Morbius. Does anyone want to think about Morbius? Madam Web, which I did
No.
watch, not in theaters, on a plane. Uh, all these movies are around the same quality, in my opinion, and I don't really expect much from them. I don't think they've ever been as bad as people have said they are. They're not entertaining. I think that might be the hardest part. Is sometimes you might have like a scene that you might like, but for the most part, you may either feel you might be a little bored or it just doesn't hold your interest. Um, and say what you will about it, I don't know if that's like, oh, we must shame this movie, but I hope that somebody on this movie enjoys Borderlands and hopefully they put their heart into it, some part of it.
Oh, apparently, like this movie have been in development for like a while, and
Yeah.
when the script first like goes around in Hollywood, apparently it was really good, and like people are fighting to get this movie, but for
hmm
some reason it just turned out this way. I don't know why. I don't know
I
how and why.
I mean, we've had this issue with Borderlands. For me personally, I thought someone who played 2, I actually liked the story of 2. I didn't play 1.
Uh,
But 3 was don't ever know. Me
Dude,
and my friend
three
hated
was
that.
fun. No, three was fun, but I don't. It's on mute. It's fun. On mute. That game is really
What?
fun.
The game it's fun. The
The game
story,
is fun.
the
The
game
the
is fun.
story.
The
Yeah.
story, it just kept going, and
I remember like playing through that game with watching on while watching YouTube. That's how I get through Borderlands 3. It was really fun when I
a-
was watching YouTube.
apparently a couple of the characters, it's either in 2 or 3, were from that original script. Like they liked the characters so much in that original script, they added them to the game
Yeah.
instead, but they didn't
Oh.
get the movie.
Also, like it still it. I don't know if that movie is trying to be like Borderlands 1 or 2 because they have Creek in that movie, and Creek is from Borderlands 2. They have Creek and not Brick, the guy from Borderlands 1, and not
Break, brick,
Handsome Jack.
brick.
You
Oh
have
wait,
Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack's not in it. Wait, really?
No, Handsome Jack is not in it. They have Borderlands together, but they don't have Handsome Jack. It's so confusing to me.
How was Handsome
That's the
Jack?
most
That's the
iconic,
number one
yeah,
character,
the number one
villain
character from
guy.
that game.
All you have to
From
do,
that game.
yeah. Sometimes they just miss. They
It's
just
so
miss.
confusing, man.
They just
Yeah.
miss. But what they did say is that Borderlands 4 is on the way. They are working. They are working on the game, so they're
Yeah.
hoping we will all
Exciting.
love the game and probably hate the story.
Yeah. That's basically I really enjoy the Borderlands gameplay, like the loop of getting loot and stuff. I
Yeah,
do wish like other game have that because so I don't have to play Borderlands. But
it's solid. I mean,
I just want like a looter shooter game and that doesn't have a gimmick. You just like you know grab
with great
stuff, have
weapons
skill. Yeah, grab weapons, like a lot of weapon. But yeah,
and some humor. I mean,
somehow like it doesn't have like none of the game have that.
I don't think. Yeah, I think they have a good way of making some fun weapons and weapon combinations. Along with they always have good. I want to say like skill trees for your characters too that end up being you can mix and match what you're doing in
Mm.
there, but there's like I think that they really embrace the whole let's just make a broken character. Let you make a broken character and
Yeah,
play how you want to play with the
that's
guns you
basically
want to
why
use. Yeah.
people like replay it so much because they want
Dude,
to have like broken character.
dude, it's the same kind of. So me and Soul, we started playing last Epoch, and it's the same kind of feeling I'm getting when I pick up a new, flavor text weapon or something like that, or try to put something like I unlock a new skill and I try it on enemies. I'm like wailing and just going through stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this feels, yeah, dude, that would, yes, someone needs to get on it because there's no one else in the genre.
Mm.
Not really, not really, really. Um, yeah, I will say this is just a really short Red Dead Redemption coming to PC is what things are kind of starting to look like. Red Dead Redemption 1 specifically. Uh, Ed had told me before the show, yeah, 2, dude, is already on PC. I'm like, I thought it
Yeah,
was.
sure, yeah, PC.
And hopefully it's looking like it'll include the game's expansion, Undead Nightmare. There's no like release or anything like this. This is not officially announced,
Yeah,
but
it's because it was still like some leak from PlayStation. Like
Thank you for
surprisingly from
listening.
PlayStation, from Sony, the leak for PC.
That
But
makes
yeah,
a reference to a PC version. That's the crazier
yeah.
thing. What the heck? So while you're waiting for, GTA 6,
Oh,
mate,
speaking of GTA 6, did
yeah.
you hear about the news that the game apparently cost like $2 billion? The game, yeah, the game cost $2 billion to me.
I wouldn't. What the heck, man? What do you do with two
Yeah,
two billion
yeah,
dollars
what?
for a game?
Yeah,
Like
at that point, I'm like confused.
2 billion?
This like does make me concerned that how they gonna price this game. Like, a few months ago, there's a rumor that the game is gonna be like $100 on release. So I'm
I
afraid
think
that it's
I
gonna
think
be
that they
true
could do
because
it.
like $2 billion, they're definitely gonna have this game at like $80 or like $100.
You know
So
what?
yeah.
I think that they could do it. And it sounds dumb, but I think we're getting to this point now in games, unfortunately, where we have a everything, especially with convergency rates, right?
Mm.
Games now are straight up 70, but when you factor in the whatever deluxe edition, digital deluxe, right? That's another $10. So you're
Yeah.
looking at $80. Most people will be like, I want to get this extra little thing, whatever. You're
And you
looking at
ended
most
up
people paying
paying
80.
$100 anyway.
Now,
NBA
now,
2K every year is like $100 for the deluxe edition. I still don't understand it.
and we
Uh,
just now had these other games coming out, such as NCAA, which hadn't been around for
mm,
a minute, charging
yeah,
$100+ and early access too, right? And we're seeing the same
yeah.
thing with Space Marine. You get 3 days early access, or the game, access to the game 3 days earlier for like $90. So I don't know. I think that they could tack on something like that and easily get the
For
100
base price, I think like it
for
will be insane. For base price,
for
hundred
base
dollar.
price. Yeah.
Yeah,
And who knows what the collector's editions are going to be for this? I mean, Elden Ring has what, 2, 3 collector's editions? It felt like.
yeah. For like
I
Shadow or 3, and then like the regular one.
yeah.
They have 2, I think.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's yeah. GTA. What is that trailer at right now? Hold on. Let me type in GTA 6 trailer. I'm curious how many it is at. 204 million views.
They also leaked the they also leaked the trailer like a few hours before the game, the official trailer come out. So Rockstar said, "Okay, fuck it, we're just gonna release the trailer
Just
now."
released it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were so pissed off at that point
I
because
mean,
people
to
keep leaking it.
really even just look at it, I mean, 206 million. Everything else, all the other sites like IGN or whatever, it's all just like 2 million, 4 million, that sort of thing. Not even a million for some places, but man, it's something else. That's gonna crash. That game is gonna crash the world for a little bit. Not the
Yeah.
internet, the
Also,
world.
like there's the release is gonna be like PS5 and Xbox Series X first, and then PC coming later.
Yeah, and I think that's fine if they want to like just focus on making something good first.
Mhm.
We don't want a
Yeah, yeah,
cyberpunk
yeah.
situation. No one wants that ever again.
No
No
one
one.
wants that ever again.
CD Project Red doesn't want it. No one else wants it. But a game that is coming back, or not a game, but a studio, Tango Gameworks,
Yeah.
has been acquired by Krafton or Krafton. I think it's Krafton is the name of the publisher, a Korean publisher, and so this also happened while we weren't having a podcast.
Yeah.
Microsoft closed, Tango Gameworks, who had made
Yeah,
one of their
which is
best,
outrageous because it won like a couple of game awards.
and they said they
So
wanted it. We want some games that can win some awards, that are story
yeah,
and that
like
are also like
come on,
new
Microsoft,
creative.
do better.
Um,
And also, they also rehire all the stuff that get let go. So that's
yes,
really cool for them.
that is awesome, and I gotta say that just happened honestly a couple days ago. This is really really good news, and they said that the game will be available on all the platforms it currently is. They're not changing any of that, so you don't have to worry that it's going to be gone for any reason.
Yeah.
So you can still play Hi-Fi Rush, which is a great game, and honestly, it's on sale right now.
I'm
So
playing it right now. I
yeah,
just bought it.
it's honestly one of the most fun games I played. It's a fun game, and it puts a smile on your face while you're playing it.
Mm.
There's not too many games that have that magic where you get into it and you smile while you're playing it and you understand what's happening. It's great. This is the PUBG studio mainly. That's what they've done out in South Korea, which I mean, it's not Embracer. It's not Embracer, but it's not an Embracer type thing. Some of the games that they've put out: PUBG Battlegrounds, Dark and Darker Mobile, that we know about at least. Thunder Tier 1, Golf King, World Tour, Ronin, The Last Samurai. There's like a lot of stuff we don't know. Subnautica is one that I think a lot of people are familiar with.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it seems like their stock is doing pretty good. They're going to have some more stuff at Gamescom, looks like it. And I mean, hey, craft on.
And this also like opened the possibility of Hi-Fi Rush 2. So that
Yes.
maybe wait, hold on, because it's like isn't it a Microsoft IP?
It's a Microsoft IP, but they bought it all. I believe.
Oh, okay,
Is what.
yeah.
Let me check the story really quickly.
That's what I'm afraid of, because like they got revived, but it's a Microsoft IP, so they're gonna make it. So if they cannot make another one, maybe like a spiritual successor.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So it says Krafton Inc. today welcome the talented people of Tango Gameworks to their team, marking the exciting moment in the company's global expansion and its significant investment in the Japanese video game market. This, just to let you know, this studio is, or this publisher also does have like a X amount investment from Tencent as well. So they, in the Tencent
that's
family.
really massive. That's really massive then.
This strategic move will include the rights to Tango Gameworks' acclaimed IP, Hi-Fi Rush. So they do have the IP. So
okay,
can,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft done that with Sunset Overdrive. Insomniac made it, and then Sony bought them. And
yeah,
I don't know if like Sunset Overdrive is already on PS4 or not, or like via PlayStation. Or not.
I don't think it ever
I don't think
did
so, right?
come out. I think
Yeah,
the game
it's
itself.
still Microsoft IP probably.
Yeah, I think it's just under Microsoft. But knowing Insomniac, what they typically would do is they would try to, like, they'll make the game for your console, but they own the rights typically. But
Yeah.
who I don't know about that one. It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think they will be making any other game that is not a superhero game in like the next couple of decades.
No,
Probably
they won't be making anything else.
They
You guys want to do
will be
Resistance
busy
again?
with that.
No,
They will be
I'm
busy
okay.
with that.
More Ratchet and Clank. They, just let them keep cranking out, doing 2 more games. We still got Logan coming up too, so that's
So yeah, Wolverine.
Wolverine, man. There's no better time to be an X-Men fan. So that game's gonna come out prime for the audience. So that's good news. That's actually a really good thing, and hopefully we'll see more from Hi-Fi Rush. I really want a Hi-Fi Rush TV show. I want a cartoon.
Oh yeah, cartoon. Yeah,
Anime. I want more
I'm
merch.
30 minutes into the game. This art style is so.
Just wake up on
what's the
Saturday
word?
morning.
So it's so lovable, or so like likable.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It pops. You really can watch this on TV. I'm gonna skip over this Bungie news. Just saying that Marathon doesn't seem like it's from sources saying that it's
Yeah. Also, they laid off a couple of work like 200 workers. Yeah.
Yeah, 220,
That's
and then that's on top of the
insane, dude.
110 or something that they laid off earlier this year. And that
This
was
year, like I feel like the gaming industry is like a bubble that is about to burst, or
it's
maybe it's
already
like
burst.
bursting right now.
It's
Yeah, it's
bursting.
like
Yeah.
leaking.
Yeah.
It's leaking.
A lot of the AAA development stuff is just, and some of the stuff is, and I've been listening to other podcasts about this, but honestly, it's not just games. It's also tech. It's also just the way people are doing business in certain areas of the world, or everyone's this whole thing with shareholders and saying like, hey, we're going to make, we just came off this huge game, right? We came off this huge game. We made a lot of money. Our next game that we're going to make is actually going to do the same thing. That's not, no, it may not happen like that. So Capcom, they released their financials and they technically made less money, right? But they said to their investors, we're not going to be making the same money this year as we did last year. We are going to come under, but we will be doing fine, whatever. Like, it's just,
we got Monster Hunter Wild coming
but we
out.
have Wilds coming out, so be hyped for that. And so you have
that.
this thing where it's like, yeah, make your standard stuff, make your stuff that you put it into the breadwinners until you can actually fund something like a Kunitsugami, right? That I played the demo for that. That was fun. I didn't think I would like it.
Oh yeah,
It's
I did play
solid.
the demo too. Like
Wow.
Pikmin. That's like Pikmin in summary or something.
Yeah, and I love the music, and there's a lot of stuff I like about it. But they did that. They did Exo Primal, and in between all of this, they had Resident Evil 4 remake. They had their other Resident Evils that came out before that,
Mhm.
um, and Dragon's Dogma 2. Say what we got to say about that game.
Yeah.
Also in the
That game is
six
so
months.
weird. Because like some people are saying it's game of the year, and some people are saying like after 100 hour it fell off. I don't know. I still not getting that game for now because the price is insane for me.
I don't think they even still
Yeah.
fixed half of the game. Even still, isn't it still
I don't
just
know,
in
dude.
pieces?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. I did add that we do have some. I'm just going to be looking over releases, maybe adding that to this show. But yeah, if you're listening to the podcast, be sure to check out hopefully Black Myth Wukong on the August 20th. That's coming out PS5, PC.
Yeah.
Anotria, which is a pretty cool Souls like. That's an Italian kind of play. Souls like is coming out on PS5 and PC on August 21st. And then we have I don't know, Concord, if you want to get into Concord, World of Warcraft, The
Is
War
it
Within.
releasing
Yeah,
this month
it's
on
August
PC? I mean,
23rd.
uh, I
It's
don't know.
it's
It's a hero shooter, but it's not free. So like,
a
take
$40
that as you
hero
will.
shooter. Yeah,
Yeah, take that as you will.
take it as you will. The game plays solid. It just doesn't leave it doesn't leave any impressions for being uh like in Hi-Fi Rush where you just see something, you're like, oh, that's so cool. You don't have that kind of immediate gut reaction to what you're looking at. You
Yeah.
just kind of feel like, oh, wait, isn't that just Drax from Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy just
like
reskinned?
when you make hero shooter, you want a lovable character. Like Overwatch done that very
Yeah,
yeah,
even their
like
newest character.
Genji, iconic. Tracer, like it's iconic. Reinhardt. I cannot name a single character from Concord,
No,
and it
I don't
pop
know
into
what
your
the.
brain. It pop into your brain immediately when you say Genji from
Oh
Overwatch.
gosh,
They were like, oh
Hanzo.
yeah, that one. Yeah, I know that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
When you
you could
say
just
it,
name
when
them.
Concord, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know, but
but
we'll
but
see though.
that's the truth. The gameplay's solid. It's some former ex Bungie devs, so it plays. If you like
Oh,
Bungie
speaking
Crucible,
about another hero shooter, Marvel
yeah,
Rivals is really
Marvel,
good.
right? You got. I could not get into the beta to save my life, and I tried every
Yeah.
morning at 9 a.m. They told me the servers crashed. It was like trying to buy concert tickets. It was horrible,
Yeah.
and I was trying
I
every
got
morning.
lucky, and then like I play the whole time I play as Phantom, and it's really fun.
Dude, the art for that game is amazing. But the only thing
Yeah, it's
I want to
amazing.
say about it, because it is like an Overwatch clone to so much more extent. Uh, I think what's cool about it is it looks fun, and every streamer I saw playing it, they were having fun. I think
They were having fun.
it's
Yeah,
not I don't think it has competitive chops in it the way it is right now.
yeah. They
I
do
don't
have
know.
ranked though, but like I don't see like it being as marketed as like a competitive only. Like people are gonna have fun with this.
Yeah,
Even like the ability, Doctor Strange have like ability to make portal from across the map. Like how do you balance it competitively? But it's
uh,
still like fun. It's just fun.
it's
You
just
just have
fun,
fun with it.
and I think that's. I hope that they just keep that, and I mean, obviously, if they can make a competitive scene around it, they'll try. But yeah, I think that's what I saw that was fun. The only thing I noticed that I was kind of annoyed at by looking at is like everything seems like a damage sponge. Everything, it's like everyone's playing Storm, and it's like they're
It
shooting
does look
things
like that, but
forever.
when you play it, it doesn't feel like that. I promise you that. It's like
Okay,
it might look like that, but it doesn't feel like that at
it
all.
looked like everyone was shooting Zenyatta orbs at a tank.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Bro, I'm like, my gosh, when are you gonna kill this thing? It's like, dude, it's not dying. It's not dying.
Oh, speaking of Marvel, the next season of Fortnite is all Marvel only. It's exclusively Marvel.
That's right. They have like
Like on the
Doctor Doom
Belfast.
theme and
They have
everything,
Doctor
right?
Doom, yeah. They
Yeah,
hype it up on Doctor Doom.
dude. Also, apparently, Visions of Mana, August 29th on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, One,
Yeah.
and PC. And then also Star Wars Outlaws coming out PS5, Xbox Series XS, PC on
Ooh,
August 30th,
yeah.
which unfortunately that game seems like it's doing some new things,
If
but
you
not
if you if you like
completely.
Ubisoft open world game, this game is for you.
It says like it's not the typical Ubisoft open world. Like they tried. It looks like they tried some new things, but I'm kind of looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadows
Oh yeah.
being the one that's
Me
kind
too.
of breaking the mold. It looks a little bit more different than the normal
I do like
Ubisoft.
the two guys are played differently. They tried to do that with Assassin's Creed London, the one in London or something.
Hmm.
They failed to do that because they basically have the same playstyle, but Assassin's Creed Shadow, like Yasuke and the girl have like different playstyle, so it's like very refreshing to see that
Mm.
they both have like one of them focus on stealth and one of them focus on like brute strength. So it's gonna be like fun to play probably.
I like how they said you can actually play. I think you can play through the game. There
As
are
one
certain
character?
segments that you do
Yeah.
have to play as character A or B, but outside of that, you can keep choosing to play the character you want to play if you want to,
Yeah.
and then go back and play it again the other way or however you want to do. So
I do
that's
have an itch of like open world samurai game after I played Ghost of Tsushima this year
uh,
on PC. Like that
another
game is
game.
so good. That game
Another
is
game.
really good.
Man, I bought it. So another thing that happened in the 6 months that we haven't been on the podcast, I bought like a
Yeah.
4K 55-inch TV, an OLED.
Nice. Nice.
Man, I be seeing things differently these days.
Mm.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. That's the show for this week, and hopefully, I think we'll try to be back next week as well. It's been
Oh,
awesome.
because there's gonna be Gamescom. We can talk about Gamescom
We
next week.
do, yes,
Yeah.
Gamescom. We've got TGS coming up after that, which is kind of the anniversary of this show, typically. But yeah, I gotta say thanks for joining me, man. It's been a
Yeah.
blast. It's good talking with you. Where can people find you? Are
Yeah.
you still on that X Twitter?
I'm still on X. It's at just ehe, and you know, I've been getting into a lot of stuff nowadays. I've been getting into a new manga that is not One Piece. Surprisingly, it's Kagurabachi.
I bought it. I did buy it today.
Yeah.
I,
Did you read it?
I'm still on like the first few pages, but
Oh shit! I see.
I bought it on accident. I hit that one buy button or whatever, and I was like, I want to use some points for it. Bought.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm
but
just
yeah,
gonna read it.
I mean, you gotta enjoy yourself because that manga is like I don't it like at first I thought it was gonna be like some edgy like I don't know like edgy shonen
I thought it
manga,
was gonna be a little
but
Demon
then like
Slayer like or something.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like the main character like I'm not gonna spoil you on anything. I just really love that manga right now, and I've been getting into the Kiseki game, the Trails Through Daybreak. That game
Oh,
is really
okay.
good too. That might be like my game of the year. I'm not gonna lie, even
Wow.
above Infinite Wealth. That's really
Which was
surprising
this
to me.
year? Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
because this year.
Early
Oh
this
my
year. That
god.
and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I don't know if you can nominate Persona 3 Reloaded. That's up there
Yeah.
as well. Jeez Louise, so many games. And
But yeah,
Elden Ring.
Trails to Daybreak. Oh my, they're just an amazing experience. I just beat it 2 days ago, and I just the second game is already out in Japan, but it's not. It's gonna come out 2025 for English release. So I'm thinking about buying the Japanese version, and then play it. Uh,
Just
it's
just playing
uh,
it.
yeah,
Just do auto
but yeah,
translate, man. Just get the auto translate
yeah.
on. Yeah, and then you can find me at Ninja Trickster on X, and then also on Twitch. Still streaming Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, typically from 9 p.m. Japan Standard Time. Currently playing Elden Ring and the DLC specifically. We just made it past Mesmer.
Oh, nice. You beat Mesmer? Damn.
That's
Hell yeah.
snaky, man.
Nah, that
And
is
then
one annoying fight, but
I
it is when you figure him out, it's so
it
satisfying.
was so satisfying. The snake part didn't take once he did the sorry spoilers anybody, but his second phase, I beat him three. It only took two times, and then the third time I beat
Nice.
him. I was like, okay, Orochimaru.
It's like there is only like a few like badly designed boss fight
Gaius,
in the DLC.
what's up,
Well,
Gaius?
of course, obviously, and then there's a few more, two more I think that
Um,
you haven't met yet.
uh,
But yeah,
are they big
but
and tall?
most of them are like very good design. Like
Are
Rulana is so
I loved her.
Good. Yeah.
I'm loving the lore. I'm reading a lot of the lore now and seeing the connection that a lot of these people are having to other people that we met previously in the first game, and
Did
how
you
they
did you know what happened to the village yet or not?
wait, which village?
The pod people.
Oh yeah, I went to the pop. Yeah, so all the jails are. We're seeing where the who's really getting stuffed in the jails.
Yeah,
Who's in the
yeah.
pots?
About that, that is really messed
And
up, and
the
I
butcher,
love it
the
so much.
freaking Ichigo knife over here with
Oh,
the
what's it called?
butcher. The,
That's why the people in the original game, no, the base game,
hmm
the thorny people
Yeah,
got discriminated. It's because of that. I was like, oh my god, it connected so much. I was like, it answers so much for me.
I think that's the
Yeah,
best part about this DLC is it's answering questions or providing
yeah, answering
answers that you
question
didn't.
that
You're
you
like,
like. You didn't even ask at the first time.
holy,
Like, yeah,
right.
just like, oh my god, it just makes sense now.
So
But yeah,
yeah, that's gonna do it for us this week. This is episode 192 of the Unknown Games podcast, and we'll be back next week for some Gamescom talk, and I think Wukong talk. No, not Wukong. It won't be out yet. It'll be close to
yeah.
out, but not out yet. So, anyways, we'll catch you later, everyone. Have a great one. Remember, stay healthy and don't overheat in this hot. It's hot out here. It's too hot out here. Peace.